Phoenix Open, Parker Bohn the third.
Let's see if Hugh Miller loosens up a little bit here. He seemed very under control in the first match, but just had no shot from that inside line. There he moves a little bit farther out. Got a good result.
Last week, you may recall, Parker Bohn III shot at 268 to Amleto Monicelli's 257. One of the exciting matches ever.
Shoot something like that today, he'll win it all, hands down.
And that's the way the 1992 Japan Cup winner does it.
Two different styles out there in the championship. Parker Bohn using two different balls. Parker up here has just an ideal style. I think that he's going to be one of the all-time greats, even here at 29. Look at the high backswing. Now watch him tuck it inside out, and tremendous wrist action. He is one of the cleanest releases on tour right now. He's up there to try to get an early double. Chris, confidence and experience. Look what he's done. He's playing the outside line on the right-hand lane with one ball. He moved to the inside lane on the left-hand lane and used a different bowling ball. That is, the feel is different, the line is different, and he's made it work through two frames, and it's got early pressure on Hugh Miller.
And Hugh is plagued now with the 3-6 on the right lane. Hugh was Parker's doubles partner last year. And here they are head-to-head.
Five-step delivery, Hugh Miller, almost identical to Parker Bohn at the bottom of the swing. Bohn a little bit lower than the line than Hugh Miller. Hugh doesn't get the reaction he wants, leaves the 3-6.
The winner of this match, if you just joined us, will go against our tournament leader, Mike Albee of Indianapolis. Then the winner of this professional bowlers tournament in Las Vegas will meet our King of the Hill, Ron Williams. Again, 4, 6, 10.
Same shot he had in the 9th frame in his victory over Andy Nyer, except it was on the right-hand lane. And to put it mildly, Hugh Miller is completely confused, as you see from that low camera angle. The release of the left-hander doesn't like that result.
Strike spare open frame for Hugh Miller. With a double up shooting in the third, Parker Bohn. Three-bagger. Parker has accomplished a great deal at age 29, but you know his sights are aimed even higher.
Well, I really look forward to sometime in the 1990s to be PBA Player of the Year. That is a goal that I've looked forward to the past 4 or 5 years since I've had success out here. As far as all-time Lady Money winner, well, that's a long way down the road, but I guess it's a future achievement that I will look forward to if it should happen.
Well, he's surely off to a good start this year with his victory last week in Phoenix. In the driver's seat in this match, 32-pin lead. Parker Bohn going to stand to the right side of the approach, go across the center lane, go for the 2-4.
We're in Las Vegas. Not far from here, St. Jude's Ranch for Children, nearby Boulder City. Children have a safe haven when they have been abused, neglected.
Don't sleep late.
Get up, baby.
Because Bohn's Best are hitting the lanes 2 hours earlier for the Quaker State Open next Saturday on ABC's Pro Bowlers Tour.
Yes, next Saturday it is, the $200,000 Quaker State Open. Grand Prairie, Texas. Special time 2 hours earlier, 1 p.m. Eastern, Pacific, 12 Central.
Hugh Miller, the full grip. He's got his fingers tucked in there. Needs to get some strikes going.
4-7.
Well, that wasn't even a really good shot for Hugh. He didn't bend his knees down, and so he dumped the ball into the foul line. It bounced as it left his hand and just hit a erratic shot. 4-7 spare. You see the ball heading right down almost the center of the lane. Avoids the 4-7-10 split. Hugh needs to get his act together against a very aggressive Parker Bohn, who leads by 32 pins.
And now to our on the approach reporter, Johnny Petraglia. Little audio problem. It was Johnny there with Mike Albee. We'll get back to them after we record that technical problem. Now Hugh Miller moves over to the left side, Bo.
Hugh Miller is just recomposing himself here. He has to get his thoughts together. He's got one win under his wings today, but right now he has to get something going against Parker Bohn. And what he's doing is, as he struggles, he's going high, 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 and so we teach the proper move. If you miss right, move to the right. When he moves to the right, it looks like the center of the lane is very dry today, and he's getting no reaction. I think the only savior for him would be to the extreme outside line, such as Parker Bohn is playing, out by the first arrow.
And here is Parker. The winner of this tournament in Las Vegas will get $35,000 today.
Parker, the full grip also, playing that extreme outside line.
Beautiful shot. Speaking of beauty, coming up next on ABC's Wide World of Sports, we'll see champions going at it in the United States Figure Skating Championships presented by Visa. First, Todd Eldridge tries for his third U.S. title in the men's final live. And tonight, in a primetime special, our live coverage continues as Olympic medalist Nancy Kerrigan, beautiful, duels former champion Tanya Harding for the ladies' crown. That's all this afternoon and tonight, right here on ABC.
A lot of ice skating action, a lot of action on that ball by Parker Bohn as he got the result he wanted on the left-hand lane. And that looks like the key lane to victory today, as he really has Hugh Miller on the ropes here in the sixth frame.
Parker, however, with 5 strikes in 6 frames. Hugh here being watched by his aunt and uncle and also his wife Donna. And back home, his dad Rudy, who has sustained a stroke, and we hope that he'll recover completely soon.
Key shot for Hugh. He needs to make a move on this left-hand lane and have it work to challenge Parker Bohn in this match. He moved outside and almost worked. Very confident looking Parker Bohn in the driver's seat. 43-pin lead.
So it's marking for Hugh Miller. Too little, perhaps, here in his second match, but we'll be back. Showboat in Las Vegas. Parker Bohn, last week's Phoenix Open champion, has a 43-pin lead on Hugh Miller, leaving the 4-7 on the right lane.
Well, Parker could have put the match away with a strike there, but kind of gives a little opening to Hugh Miller. Right now, Parker Bohn going at a 226 pace. Hugh Miller a potential 215, but he has to string some strikes.
Okay, John Petraglia's mic is now working. Let's listen.
Thanks, Chris. Mike, there's a lot of talk about left-handed dominance on our tour. Is that unique to our sport, or do you think Babe Ruth and Jimmy Connors have gone through the same thing?
I don't really think they would do the same thing, but anytime you have lane conditions and things like that, you're going to breed controversy with the lefties and that, but week in and week out, it evens itself out.
Good.
And, of course, one of the 4 left-handed bowlers in our field today, Parker Bohn.
Chris, I talked to Parker last night, and he said the only problem he's had this week were with 2-7 combinations, such as the 2-4-7-8, and the split he's got up there right now, the 2-7. Let's see if he can overcome it. And he's taking a little extra time. I'm sure he's going with some big-time speed.
Could almost race at Indianapolis with that speed, Nelson.
You betcha. And very confident look. I'll tell you, he has not only got one of the great games on tour, but he's on a roll, and he just oozes with confidence out there. And he has Hugh Miller in trouble. Hugh's got to get some strikes right here.
Leaving a 10-pin. Our statistician today, as he has been since recovering from surgery, is a new man, Butch Soper, our California buddy, and he's been making a little cash out here on the tour as well. Making a ton today as our scorekeeper, though. All right. That was Hugh Miller. Tomorrow on ABC Sports, Pizza Hut College basketball tips off with a regional doubleheader. Coverage begins at 1:30 Eastern as DePaul takes on the University of Massachusetts. Florida meets Tennessee, or Arizona State battles Louisville. Then, defending national champion Duke tries to slam dunk Florida State. In the Pac-10, UCLA hosts Cal, or in the Big 8, Oklahoma State travels to Missouri. So check your local listings for the games in your area. That's tomorrow, ABC Sports. Pizza Hut College basketball.
Kind of an uneventful semifinal game here. Hugh Miller never getting on track. Looks like he's going to take home a $10,000 paycheck. With a conversion here, he beat a 182 pace. Parker Bohn in the driver's seat.
Phoenix Open champion, continuing on his striking ways here in the second match.
Parker doesn't take much time. He doesn't even have to wait for his ball to come back. 2 balls on the rack, playing the outside line on the right-hand lane, and the inside line with a hard ball on the left-hand line.
So for Hugh Miller, it'll be a $10,000 check. Andy Nair receiving $8,000 for finishing 4th as a loser to Hugh Miller in the very first game. But a man that goes on like Parker Bohn, the third, has a chance for $35,000. For a match against King of the Hill champion later for a $5,000 bonus. King of the Hill champion is Ron Williams.
Little luxury afforded to Parker Bohn here. He had this match locked up. He got the first strike in the 10th frame. Then he switched to a different ball and tried a different line because he knows he's going against Albee, who has never in his career, spanning back to the decade of the 70s, lost a game on this pair of lanes. That will be the next match. That was a strike shot, Chris. Looking for the strike part.
Okay. What a luxury. 232 for Parker Bohn.
Yeah, the crowd kind of upset that he missed that.
You know, this